listening to Retro Station, a retro game podcast.
I can't believe they got Crystalis as a fan pick, because that means they have a fan.
Hi everybody, welcome to Retro Station, a retro game podcast. I'm David.
I'm Hilary.
And I'm Steven.
And if you're watching us on YouTube and parts of us are invisible, it is because we're wearing Christmas sweaters. If you are listening to us, you can picture us in Christmas sweaters.
But we're invisible because you're listening
We're
to us, not
invisible.
watching us.
And if you don't know what we look like anyway, Steve is young Brad Pitt. Hilary is young Brad Pitt. I'm young Brad Pitt. Hilary has hair, long hair. Steve has some hair. I have no hair. It's the whole Brad Pitt spectrum, right? We're good?
Uh-huh.
Hilary doesn't look anything like Brad Pitt. Steve does, though. Steve looks like Brad Pitt. It's weird. I'm not sure he's not Brad Pitt, to be honest with you. He could be.
I've never seen us in the same room.
Nor have I. That's a great question. That's a great question.
Okay.
Or point. It was really a question. But now I'm questioning myself. Okay, so let's go on. So the game we're covering today is... Okay. It's Crystalis, or maybe you'd rather say Crystalis for the NES. I wasn't sure of the pronunciation, so I could have looked up a video, like a smart person, of someone who might know and would say it correctly. I didn't do that. I asked ChatGPT. I said, hey, ChatGPT, how do you pronounce this? Is it Crystalis or Crystalis? And it said, that's a great question, because every question you ask to ChatGPT is great. That's why ChatGPT is great, because it always compliments you on your
It
question.
strokes your ego.
Well, yeah, it does. Yeah. No matter what your idea is, it's fantastic. What a great idea. You really nailed it. It's fantastic. Okay, so anyway, and it said, the way you're supposed to pronounce it is Crystalis, and it's good that you ask, because it's not very clear on how to pronunciate it. People put the emphasis in different spots. That's why you should pronounce it Crystalis. In the same thing, it told me both ways. I don't know. I could have looked up a video after that, and been less smart, but still smart, but I didn't do that either. So,
Well, that's also assuming that they're pronouncing it correctly.
yeah, I was going to try to find someone who maybe is, like, somehow game industry who would, like, have a better chance of being right. But,
You did it.
I didn't do that. That's a lot of work.
But I think our consensus is it's Crystalis.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
But you can pronounce it however you like. I don't care. Do whatever makes you happy. But that's how we're gonna say it, and if it sounds vaguely like it could be the name of this game, that's what it is. So just, follow along. We'll be good. Before we talk about Crystalis, do either of you play any games? Lori?
Yes. I wasn't sure if I was going to because I had a busy week this week, but I did manage to get more games in than I normally do. So I got a new controller to use with the computer to play some games. So I got like a controller that's similar to the PlayStation 2 controller. And so in trying it out, I played Final Fantasy X because we talked about it in our top RPG episode. So go check it out. Get our thoughts on that game. But it made me want to play the game again. So
It's one of the few games maybe that we all agree on.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
So I only played it for about an hour, so I'm not too far into it, but hoping to keep playing that for a while and actually beat it this time. So, and then I started picking back up on Pokemon Fire Red. I just finished beating Misty, and I'm on my way to meet Bill. So not very far into that game, but I only pick it up and play it for like 15 minutes at a time. So yeah, that's gonna be a while to beat that game.
Did we already ask who your starter was?
You did, Charmander.
Charmander.
Which is why it took me a while to beat Misty.
Yeah. I don't think you get any plant Pokemon really between then.
No, it's after.
Maybe a Pikachu.
Yeah, I have a Pikachu, so I had to like level him up a lot to finally do it. And then our girls are really into Dandy's World, and there's a holiday special event going on right now, and so I played that with them to kind of help collect characters that
I wonder if Vinny knows about that.
he does. He actually logged in and played with us for a little bit.
Cool.
Oh, wow. You and me were left out. What the hell?
I was invited.
Neither was I.
I'm not super interested in all the skins and whatnots, but
Danny's World is not a bad game, though.
Yeah, it's actually a really fun game.
I don't know why. Roblox is weird. We talked about it last episode, too. Strange.
Yeah.
What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I will comment on Final Fantasy X. It was one of the ones that made it on all of our lists, and as soon as David mentioned it, I liked it a little less.
Yeah. See, this is what happens. They see quality and they run from it. Yeah. Screaming. I don't know why.
As far as games that I played, I think I played Baldur's Gate 3. I'm pretty sure I did earlier in the week. Unfortunately, something happened. Either my dock, HDMI cable, or TV is not syncing correctly, so how I normally play, on my Steam Deck where it goes up to the TV, it's not working. And I really don't like to play Baldur's Gate 3 handheld. It's a little clunky for me, and it's also small on the little screen. So, and in honor mode, I don't want to be taking any risks. So, but I might have played a little bit. Act 3 is a little weird. You're more like detective, and there's a lot of NPCs walking everywhere. Not all of them that you can talk to. And then, of course, as kids walk in and out of your room, you don't want to be in the brothel at that time. It's very awkward.
Yeah.
Apparently the sex scenes like ramp up in Act 3, or so I'm told.
Jesus, dude.
So, yeah.
That's
you gotta be
seems
careful.
unnecessary.
They're pretty unnecessary.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's fine.
then I've also played the current game, of course. I don't think I've played any other retro type games. I picked up a little bit of Skyrim just to have something to play while I'm laying in bed that I wasn't playing this game. And I probably would have played this game a lot more had I realized something that we'll talk about that I realized like right before I came here. But other than that, I picked up running because Heather started jiu-jitsu on Mondays and Fridays, and then she's doing mobility on Saturday mornings. So I lost 2 days of jiu-jitsu, of my addiction. And so I started running to help me lose weight as well. And so I do that on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, running anywhere between 3 to 5 miles.
I'm impressed, man. Because you haven't been running that long, right? Am I crazy?
So a little bit of both. I mean, you're always crazy. We've seen your face.
Yeah, we're talking about running specifically on this topic, though.
Yeah. So I used to run in school. I did track, and I did the medium distances, so like 800s, and then occasionally, because I was a thrower, I did javelin.
Mm-hmm.
You're only allowed to do 3 events, but I normally didn't have 3 events. So occasionally I'd be put on a running team, especially if there was a chance, like there was a lack of people and there was a chance that I could get 3rd place to get some points.
Right.
So I was kind of flexible. That being said, I used to do a lot of long distance running, never cross country, because I didn't want to do it as a sport. I would do it for fun. And then in my 20s and stuff, I used to run like 5 miles regularly on a treadmill when I'd go to the gym. So it's not new, but since I like ballooned up in weight this year, it's new.
Yeah.
So, but when I got back into the first one, the first time I went out, I did not complete 3 miles without stopping, but now I can. So,
I'm just amazed that you go from not running for a long time to 3 miles. Like, I have occasionally started trying to start running, and after about 3 rounds, I stopped. But like just getting to a mile the first time, I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm going to die.
Well, to be fair, before I started running this year, I had done 3 3.5 months of jiu-jitsu.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
you've had some physical training.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, like I mean, my problem, part of the problem, is I actually did do cross country in high school, and a mile was like the warm up before you did practice.
Right.
So it's like if I'm dying trying to do a mile, I start getting frustrated, and I know that's like logically that's stupid, right? Like I'm aware of why that is that way. I understand, but like for some reason it still frustrates me, and it destroys my
Well, I found
ambition.
out from my house to Bigfoot Java is 1.3 miles, so down and back is 2.6.
Oh,
And then if I do like the loop around the house,
yeah.
Yeah.
then it usually evens out to about 3.1, which is a 5K.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah. That's
I'm
cool.
slowly like dialing it in, what I need to do for a 5K, what I need to do for a 10K. And then I was thinking I might do a marathon next year,
Oh my god, man.
like around my birthday. But it's weird because you have to sign up in January. And apparently this one's pretty popular because a lot of people use it for Boston qualifiers.
Yeah.
Because it's all downhill. But you get to do 2 miles or 2K. I can't recall exactly, but in a tunnel, in a dark tunnel
Oh, that's kind of
that you have to
interesting.
wear a headlamp.
Wow.
So,
That's wild.
But it's all downhill apparently, so I figured that would be a cool first one. But as far as money goes, I want to do jiu-jitsu tournaments as well.
So this downhill, do you know how steep? Because
It's like a 2% grade. Over the 26 miles, it goes down 2,000 feet in elevation.
yeah.
Yeah. It's from Snoqualmie to North Bend.
Okay.
Okay. When I was in high school doing cross country, there was this meet that you could go to. We never did. God, I wish I could remember the name of this hill, but it's almost all downhill. But the problem, and that sounds easy, but it's not, because I don't know the grade of the slope, but it's enough that they always have ambulances nearby,
Oh.
because
No, this
it
one
is hard to control yourself, and if you fall, not only are you gonna go rolling, but anyone around you, yeah, like injuries are incredibly common on it. So it's like, ugh.
No, this one's like only very slight. Just enough to, like, a lot of people get their PRs and qualify and stuff like that because it's like
Nice. That would
slightly
be okay.
downhill the whole way.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That's good.
Yeah.
You told me.
Problem is like it's like $160 something,
Ooh.
and you have to commit. Like, so it's in September, and apparently I've been told it sells out pretty quickly. And you can register January 1st. So it's like you got to have money well before you know you want to do
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been pressured into doing a jiu-jitsu tournament in January up in
Interesting.
Everett, so I'm gonna do that with my money instead.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. You can always, with the run, you can technically emulate that. You do it for free. You just can't do multiplayer. You just kind of go and
Right.
when no one else is doing it. So it's good.
True.
You can do that.
I know some local 5K races. There's quite a few, and then like if you wanted to do a longer one, it would be a longer trip. But like Bloomsday's always a good one. That's a 12K.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got to work up to it. I can finish a 10K right now, and that's about where I'm at,
Yeah.
which is only 6 miles. So 20 more miles to go for a marathon.
Terrifying. Right?
What have you been playing?
I've actually also been working on losing weight. Every once in a while we'll get donuts, and usually when we do and I have them for breakfast, I have 2. The other day I had 1, and it wasn't even a full one because someone had already eaten a few bites of it, probably Logan.
Yeah.
So trimming down. That's what I'm saying.
On that daddy diet.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when I was watching the kids during the COVID times, I'd have my soup or I'd have my meal and they'd be like, go up to me like, ah, one for me, one for you,
Yeah.
one for you. And now I ate a third of my food.
Yeah, that's good. Works
Great
out.
on slimming.
Yeah, I know. If I'm eating anything, Logan comes and Yeah, he wants some too. Sometimes he doesn't like what I have. Last night I had the sandwich, I was sure he was not going to like it, and he came towards the end, and he loved it. And I felt bad because I didn't think to share with him, like, he's going to hate this sandwich. Anyway. Games. I play. I did go retro. I didn't play anything that was on our top RPGs list. I played Cannon Spike on the Dreamcast. And I'd not played this before, and I thought I had. But if I did, I really don't remember it. It's a Capcom game. It was an arcade game, so you get the idea of the depth of this. And has some characters from some other games in it. So, like, from Street Fighter, it has Cammy and Charlie, and then it also has Arthur from Ghosts of Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts, although he looks a little more modernized than he does in those games. And then there's two other characters. I don't know if they're from anything else or not. But the weird thing is it's the game feels like it's a twin-stick shooter. The Dreamcast does not have twin sticks. I don't know if the arcade game did. So it's more like you want to start shooting in a direction. As long as you hold down the shot, you'll keep facing that direction. But enemies come from all around you, and you're just like blasting them. And you have several different attacks. You've got like a melee attack. You've got like a super strong attack, and there's like another attack that I think is like really like drop bombs everywhere thing. It's kind of cool. It's just really fast actiony, and I thought it was all going to be just like fighting robots. But then I got to like a area that had like undead wolves and like cemetery weird stuff. So it's got a lot of cool variety, and I think there's a lot of levels. I only got to level 5 or 6. You get like 3 continues. But it was kind of fun. It would be so much better as a twin stick shooter. God, I wish that was what it was. But still pretty good once you get the hang of choosing which way you want to shoot for a minute and then adjusting on the fly. Not bad.
We're spoiled in modern times.
I know.
When we try to go back and play the 64 or the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Only one.
I know. It's so weird.
But I mean, that one stick back in the day, that was
amazing.
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
Playing GoldenEye with the one stick.
So here's what's funny, though, is the other game I played kind of relates to what you're saying in a way. So I played Alien Resurrection, whatever the fourth movie was, I think it was Resurrection, on the PlayStation. It's first-person shooter. I didn't play very much into it because it was later than I thought it was when I started, because I just started last night.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why you didn't wake up.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably. It's first-person shooter, and on PlayStation, that era, they were still kind of figuring out first-person shooters on the consoles, right? Like, it was kind of hard to do, but PlayStation had by this point come out with its twin-stick controller. Neat, but people still weren't sure exactly how they were going to do this. But Alien Resurrection, I believe, was the first game on the system to do the move with one stick, look around with the right stick, as we do today. And do you know what reviewers said about this? They said, this is goddamn impossible. This is never going to catch on. What a stupid control scheme. No one will ever like this. This is not going to be how we do things in the future. Guess what? Fuckers. It is exactly how we do things in the future. I have not gotten to a point where I've seen an alien. I have not fought an alien. I have no weapons. I hope I don't see one any closer than I have. My only problem with it so far is the head bob when you're walking is a little much. Like, it needs to tone that shit down. I looked in the options to see if there was a way to maybe just get rid of it or something, but there's not. So it's just a little bit okay, what are we skipping? What's happening? Why bopping so goddamn much? It is supposed to be an incredibly hard game, but that being said, I don't know if it really is or if that's what reviewers said, because they couldn't get the handle of this control scheme. So time will tell, but the atmosphere is great. There's all kinds of announcements coming over the speaker because they're evacuating this, I don't know if it's station or ship or whatever, telling people to get to the evacuation ships and all this stuff. And it's really cool. And I'm running across dead bodies everywhere, and screaming is happening all around me just out of where I can see. And that part of it is really neat. So we'll see as the game goes on if it maintains being cool or if it really is too hard to be reasonable. I don't know, but I just think it's funny that's actually why I played it, is because I remember people saying that was so everyone thought that was horrible at the time. And I was like, okay, since we know that is not really the case, is this game all right? So I started, but not very far.
Reminds me that IGN Japan gave Claire Obscure 7 out of 10.
Oh, no. That's interesting. I wonder, because it's like a JRPG, but it is not visually a
I
JRPG.
think they're jealous.
Maybe it's like visually very like Western RPG, right? Like if you look at it and you don't, but it plays like I'm curious. I wonder. It's fascinating. Okay, well, those are the games, I guess. News.
I have tons of news.
I bet you do. Hello, do you have any news?
No.
That's good.
Do you have her news?
It's good that she doesn't have any
could
news.
have had. Yeah.
Do you want to do your news first, or you want me to do my news first? I have a lot of news.
Okay. Let's have a little combo here. My only news consists of one thing that will probably play off something of your news.
Okay.
So that can wait. Other than that, I just talked about a lot of the previews for the games coming up.
Okay, you can talk about that.
Okay.
I had a little bit of the previews, and I'll bounce off of that.
Okay. I don't know if this is all the previews or just the ones that... Because I saw a video that compiled a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's actually all of them or not, so there may be some I'm missing. I'm not going to go into super huge depth. Just initial impressions.
Did you see the previews?
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made her watch it like a jerk.
Pause and talk about each one.
Yeah. So, there was Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic for PC and consoles. I don't know what kind of game this is. The previous Old Republic games were RPGs, but that was when BioWare was making them, and I don't think BioWare is... I don't even know if BioWare still really exists. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of game this is. The video is pretty, but it's all cinematic. So.
Yeah, it didn't give you gameplay.
It looked good.
Yeah.
I never played the old Star Wars, the Old Republic, but as far as like an RPG type game, I was told it's really good.
Yeah.
And I was told it's kind of like Fable in a way, where you, depending on your choices, you become a Sith or a good guy or a Grey Knight.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
they're called.
It's really typical of a lot of
Or
the
they
BioWare
create
games where
something.
it's like you can kind of make the good guy choices, the bad guy choices, and it'll affect things as you go on.
What is it called? Do you know Star Wars lore? The one where you're like right in the middle? They're Grey something.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to say Grey Seer, but those are Skaven from Warhammer. That's different. You don't become a rat man. Probably. I
You
don't
don't
know.
become a Grey Knight either. Some
No, this-
ultra religious warp bound.
Yeah.
But it has something to do with Grey.
Yeah, but not Warhammer. There is a game called Coven of the Chicken Foot, where you play an old lady, and there's a monster that's following you around. And
An old lady that has chicken feet, so
and she could jump, man.
yeah.
I wish I could jump that far now.
I have a theory that it's Baba Yaga. Or something related to Baba Yaga.
That could well be. It looks neat. It kind of reminds me of like the Ico back on PS2, where you're like leading the girl around and all these things are attacking you from all ends. It's like kind of one of those, looks like kind of one of those games, but I think the monster's probably more helpful because he's a giant monster and you're an old lady. I don't know. But it looks interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Nightmares, that's not the name of the game, but it's called Divinity. This is part of a long
My goodness.
Did you watch that preview?
Yeah.
Dude, that's not okay.
Yeah.
If you, it's part of a long-running series. I thought Divinity Original Sin 2 is fantastic. These are put out by Larian, by the way, who made Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Will not be making Baldur's Gate 4.
No. It is a very dark, very disturbing preview. If you're down for that, cool. The game, I have zero doubt this game is going to be fantastic when it comes out. It's going to be good.
I'll be getting it.
Yeah.
Especially since I'll be done with Baldur's Gate 3.
You will.
So, but like that game, parental advisory, man.
Yeah, definitely.
There is...
Adult advisory. Like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Did you see the... I don't even know if I want to mention it on here.
I saw it. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's... but Divinity Original Sin 2 was a great game, and I liked being elves because for some reason you ate people, and I don't remember why. You got some benefit off of eating other people. It was weird. Anyway, but great game, so I'm sure this one will be good too. But
Well, what
not
is
for
it?
kids.
In Skyrim, what is it? They're elves. They have cannibalistic elves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think wood elves are kind of cannibalistic, in a way.
Are they? Warhammer was? Are they?
No, not Warhammer. But I think in some realms, because they don't eat animals.
Oh. Well, then you have to eat people. That's just how it is. I will...
The Farsworn and...
I really don't want to go into depth on this what happened in this. But the big horrible thing that's happening is not actually, to me, the most horrible part of it. The most horrible part of it is the crowd with kids watching and being excited by it.
Right.
That to me was like, oh, this is like,
well, I mean, you can kind of, so it's like a party. It zooms, it's like a zoom out, and then it comes in, and you're in a town. There's a big party, and I'm like, oh, this is Burning Man, because there's big wicker statues.
Sure is. And
then you see a guy who apparently is a sorcerer.
Is that his deal?
Yeah,
okay.
he's been you know, like witch hunts, you know, convicted as a sorcerer. And so they are burning him as part of the festivities. And then it's kind of it. I mean, it gets really dark.
Yeah. Stuff hits the fan.
But there's kids cheering.
Yeah.
There's people doing adult stuff in the crowd.
They're like cheering like they just saw Santa Claus walk out on stage. Like, it's, whew. Yeah. But
they find out that it was a bad idea to burn him.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Mistake. Not the way to do things, apparently. Okay, moving on. There's Ortos. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Also kind of effed up, not quite as bad. I thought when it was first going, because it doesn't tell you the title to the end, I thought maybe it was some kind of new, like, Bioshock in space. There's a lot of weird, like, body horror. It looks like it might have some kind of maybe commentary on something in society. It wouldn't shock me. I don't know. It made me think it was a Bioshock game, but as far as I know, it is not related. More Resident Evil Requiem, showing you can play as Leon Kennedy, which I guess everyone kind of knew, but they didn't have an official thing about it. This preview, for whatever reason, sold me more in the game than the previous ones did, even though I thought it'd probably be good anyway. So it just has a little more, shows a little more what's going on. So I thought it was kind of interesting. Exodus by Wizards of the Coast, the Dungeons & Dragons people. Looks... you were saying kind of remind you of Mass Effect, right?
Yeah.
That's the Mass Effect one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know if it plays like Mass Effect, but it definitely has, like, you know, you're out in space, there's a big bad coming around, and it seems very storied.
You're exploring planet to planet. And
I'm curious how this one is. You said it's by Wizards of the Coast. They're the ones that are going to be doing Baldur's Gate 4.
Oh.
And I think looking into these type of games are going to be... I mean, I know that this, if you say it's like Mass Effect, it's not going to be like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it plays that way, but it kind of...
But you can kind of get the feel of, like, a producer by the games that they produce. So,
yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
It looks pretty.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be... I just wish... I don't know anything about the gameplay.
Yeah, the preview I'm like, this reminds me of a similar feel to Mass Effect, so...
Yeah. Initially only coming out for PS5, but I'm sure that will change later. Control Resonant. All I have in my notes is yes, yes, oh god, yes. Control, the first one, is such a good game. It is like, it's like Twin Peaks meets X-Files meets some kind of shooter thing. I don't know, but it's so good.
Horror games. Yeah,
my only bummer is it doesn't look like you play as the same character. I've never beaten Control, so there may be a reason why you don't play as that character anymore. I don't know, but it looks trippy, as it should. Very weird. Gang of Dragon, I don't know what this is coming out for. It didn't say that I saw. I don't know. It looks like some kind of crime drama game. I don't know. I don't really know what it's about. You're some badass like Asian dude who kicks ass, and that's all I know. Seems modern times. Yeah. Violent, probably.
Speaking of violent.
Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Looks very Lego Batman. I don't know. It's, you know, do you like the Lego games?
I've never played one. I put one up for
a pick
once, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It may have some different stuff too, but yeah.
I've heard they're decent though.
Yeah. If you're a fan of the Lego games, you got a new Lego game coming, so that's awesome. Speaking of legacies, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. This is a reimagining of the very first Tomb Raider game back on PlayStation and Saturn. So you can notice some of her movements are very similar, though much more fluid. She obviously looks much more realistic.
Like a box.
She's not a box.
The triangle boobs.
She doesn't have the triangle boobs. I hope somewhere in there is a code to give her triangle boobs, just because that would be hilarious. I really want to play it. I really, really, really do. I don't I don't think it'll play quite the same as like the more recent 3 Tomb Raiders. I imagine it'll be somewhat different just to capture sort of the feel of the original, but I'm hoping it'll be like a nice happy medium between
A good blend of them.
Yeah. I don't want it to be exactly like the old one because it's I don't think the movement and stuff in the old one ages that great, so I'm sure they'll update all that, but it looks really nice. I didn't see a preview for it, but they do have a new Tomb Raider coming in 2027. I don't know what that one's called off the top of my head, but
New Tomb Raider.
A new Tomb Raider, which again, I don't know if that one falls in the footsteps of the more recent 3 or if it's like a new system or what, but the recent 3 are fantastic, and at the time of recording this, they're all on like super big sale on Steam. For the love of God. Like, you can get all 3 of them for like $7.50 or something, so if they're still on sale, get those. They're so good, you guys, so good. Okay, moving on. Total War Warhammer 40k for Steam, PS5 on Xbox. I believe you can play as the Space Marines, the Orcs, the Eldari, who are Space Elves, and the Astra Militarum, who are pretty normal humans. I'm curious about this.
What is Total War?
So Total War previously they have a Warhammer one, Warhammer Fantasy, but they've also done like Ancient Rome, Ancient Japan.
Which are like the full scale battles, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and also like an overmap thing where you go and you do diplomacy and whatever else.
Right. Okay.
It looks fantastic. Like, I mean, the movie parts they showed were great, but they did show some gameplay. You could tell because they have like the icons on the screen, and it's early alpha build, but it already looks insane. But I'm curious because the Total War series has all been medieval or ancient times, where you have bows, but it's not like big long range fighting. Now we're getting into like lasers and crazy stuff. So I'm curious.
I'm sure they'll be able to figure it out.
I think they will. I'm
Get excited for paid content.
Yes. Yeah, I hope if you really, really like the Space Marine, the Orcs, the Eldari, and the Astra Militarum, you're good, man. Like, whatever this game costs, you're done. The problem is there's a lot of factions in Warhammer 40k. There's really quite a lot of them. And I
know
And some of
need
the
to pay for units too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to get them for free. I didn't see this in the video, but I heard about it on a podcast that you can, again, really customize if you're being Space Marines. Give them like whatever paint job you want. Apparently, you can even paint their individual fingers if you like. So you can really make them gaudy as hell, which is great.
But I bet if you want like those special units, you'd have to pay an upgrade for them.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure.
Like if you wanted Wolfen.
Yeah.
Or you wanted, oh God, I forget what they're called. The Blood Angel stuff,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't remember. The Warhammer Fantasy one, the Total War does. They're on their third major game. They are all, well, at least if you have 3, you can integrate your armies from the previous 2, I believe. But each one of those has so many expansions, paid expansions. Like, man, like you better be dedicated. If you want to put all those in the game, take out a second mortgage, buddy. You're going to need it. Like, wow. But it looks cool. It looks very cool. I hope it is. I'm wondering, because they're real-time strategy games. Playing on PS5 and Xbox with a controller, that's usually not ideal for real-time strategy, so I'm curious how that will go. But anyway, is what it is. Looks nice. Ace Combat 8 Winds of Theve? Theve? I know the Ace Combat games are really well liked. I haven't gotten into them just because I'm not into like very current military type games. But this one looks like it has a lot of story to it. Like it looks like the various other pilots, the characters really have like a personality. You're interacting over your radios or whatever they are in the jets. I'm actually kind of intrigued. I want to hear about it a little bit first, but for a game that's usually outside of my typical thing, I'm interested because the characters, it look like it'd be kind of interesting. So we'll see. Have you guys ever played Ace Combat game?
No.
There's a lot. There's at least 7 more.
I was gonna say.
It's been around a while.
Obviously doing decent.
It's a well-liked series. I just haven't. I'm not. Getting my F14. Yeah, I mean it's fine. I'm not drawn to it.
I feel overwhelmed that there's 8 now. Like
You have to
Do
play
I need
them all.
to do? Yeah. Do I need to do the first stuff?
I don't think you do. I'm not. If I decide I'm going to get this, I'm not going to go. I mean, maybe, but I'm not. Not just because of this. Star Wars Galactic Racer. So it's like Star Wars Episode 1 Racer that they came out back in the day, but they brought it into modern times, saying we need to bring the racing back. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, like before they just announce the visual and announcing, I'm like, this is a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Like before I even realized it was a racing game, but like,
Yeah. It looks really cool. I don't know
Yeah.
what I can say about it other than it's Star Wars and it's racing and you're flying through like down Star Destroyers and stuff, which is kind of cool. Okay, Out of Words, which is a fully cooperative adventure where you play as like little doll people that haven't been given their mouths yet.
yeah. It reminded me of I just forgot the name of it.
Were you going to say Little Big Planet?
It's similar to that, but there's a different one that where you're a different sack person.
Oh. There's that one, I don't think this is what you're talking about. There's that one yarn game. Where
Yeah, that's the one
Is
I
that
was
the one?
thinking of.
God, what is that?
Yeah,
Is it Unraveled?
I think that's it.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks kind of cute.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm assuming it's local multiplayer, not like you have to be online, I hope.
Yeah.
Phantom Blade Zero looks like a samurai-themed Souls-like, or maybe a samurai-themed God of War-like. Not sure. Very pretty. Looks somewhat creepy, too, so... That was a long-ass but it looks neat. We'll see. Mega Man Dual Override. Capcom had said recently that they want to bring Mega Man back as one of their like key pillars of their company, and I'm guessing this is the start of that. It looks like a modern Mega Man game. So
It could be interesting.
Yeah.
I like Mega Man, or I did back in NES times.
I do, but I have to be ready for some punishment. Those games are hard. I played Mega Man 2 most recently, which is like one of the easier of the original, and it was still so hard.
Make Mega Man like a first-person shooter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't yet. I'm sure they'll get to it. And then finally, the last one that I saw anyway was High Guard, which looks sort of like a weird sci-fi fantasy first-person shooter. I'm hoping it has a single-player campaign. I don't usually do first-person shooters online because I don't like if I haven't played as much as everyone else has by the third day, forget it. I'm out. Like I can't. I'm way behind everybody, and I will not have time to play an online first-person shooter in the first 3 days of its release, much less beyond that. So if it has a single-player game, I think it looks really pretty and cool. So you're shooting from the back of a horse. Sometimes you're a big monster. Sometimes there's a lot of different characters with different abilities. It looks interesting, but yeah, I don't know.
Also previewed was
No, go first.
Are you done?
Yeah, that's all. That's the only ones that were in that thing I saw. So
All right.
you're good.
Did you see the Street Fighter trailer?
For the movie?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I've known of rumblings of the movie, but I didn't see the trailer. Now I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah. It looks very. I mean, it has live action. It's live action, but it looks kind of like CGI in a way. Like very.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. It looks pretty cool, but at the same time, it doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. But the only
Really, I kind of know exactly what you mean, even with not having seen it. I think I know exactly what you mean.
yeah. And I feel like they did take a lot of people that have name recognition, but not necessarily are going to be the best for the
Yeah.
thing. That being said, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it if it comes out for free on a streaming platform that I already own.
Yeah,
But I don't think I'm going to be going to the theaters to see this.
these are so expensive. I would maybe pay a few bucks to see it if I heard it's at least decent. I might be okay.
Yeah. I mean, if it gets really good reviews or something.
Yeah, because I'm a wrestling fan, I'm curious to see how Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes do in this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Roman Reigns, not
There's
his
more
hair,
wrestlers in there too.
but is there who else? I can't remember.
Haruki Goto
Okay, I don't know him, but
as E Honda.
okay. There you go.
Jason Momoa. I don't think he's a wrestler, but
No.
No.
Jason Momoa is Blanca. 50 Cent is Balrog. So I don't know. It's interesting.
I saw
Some
a
of the
picture
costumes
of
look weird.
I bet.
Roman Reigns and Jason Momoa next to each other, and they're like, oh, like is like a buddy cop movie that writes itself.
Seriously.
I think the purpose of this movie is not to be that popular. The purpose of this movie is to then put out Street Fighter, the movie, the game, 2.
Boy, I tell you, if there's ever a series that needs sequels, or a sub-series that needs sequels. Let me think of one. It's not this one. Well, I'll get back to it, but yeah. Well, you know, if they do it and it's good, I'm down for it. If it's good. We'll see. Otherwise, in 20 years, we'll be covering that as one of the worst, whatever, but PS5 games of all time. So.
It's been like 20 years when PS5's retro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Did you have any other news?
No, I'm other than the thing I probably need to play off of what you are likely to say, I'm guessing. One of the things you're likely to say.
All right. So, a lot of big stuff happened in this last week. I think we talked about previously when I talked about the Game Awards were coming up. They have come and gone now. So if you didn't vote, that's too bad.
Yep, you missed out.
You missed out. And when I had talked about previously when IGN Japan gave Clair Obscur a 7 out of 10, it's humorous because of what I'm about to get into. So we know that Clair Obscur in the Golden Joysticks Awards were nominated for 7 different categories, and they won all 7. In this, they were nominated for, I believe, 12. They're nominated for 12, but only 10 categories because Best Performer, they had 3 in there.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then also one that I'm not sure that we were able to vote on or if there was a certain way, because I don't recall seeing it. But they were also mentioned in one that was called Player's Voice. So it was
I
like
was thinking you'd be able to vote on that.
right, but I don't recall seeing it. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you had to like type it in or
Probably
something.
something we were doing.
But it's interesting. So they were nominated for 12. They could only win 10. They ended up winning 9 out of 10. So they were the most nominated ever in Game Award history, and they won the most in Game Award history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it okay? I don't know why I saw this one specifically. Did Jennifer English win for best performance?
Yes, which
Okay.
is good because she was in. Everyone's talking about it now because she was in Clair Obscur.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Baldur's Gate 3,
Mhm.
and she was in Elden Ring.
She got a niche.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
So what you're saying is, if you got a video game coming up and you need voice acting and you want to be nominated and probably picked for Game of the Year, then that's probably a good idea.
Who is she in Elden Ring? Is she the one calling you maidenless at the beginning with the word mushroom hat?
I don't know. You want me to look it up?
Like, weird way to make fun of me for not having a girlfriend. I just showed up. The hell, man. But just curious. I may not even know the character's name unless there's a picture. I'm not gonna know what it is. Right, but
Latina the Albinaric.
it's not who I'm thinking of. I can't even tell. I'm not who I was thinking of.
Location, Slumbering
Okay.
Wolves. I have no clue. Okay.
No, we're good.
Anyways.
Just curious.
So Game of the Year, the winner was Clair Obscur.
Mhm.
And it was a pretty good, a lot of people were thinking Kingdom Come Deliverance was probably up there. Hollow Knight, of course, was a big banger at the end of the year. Hades 2 is pretty good. USPS Simulator was on it.
Is that what, really?
Death Stranding 2.
Are you joking? Oh, I was like, what is this name? God damn it. No, don't play this game.
And then, of course, Donkey Kong Bonanza, so that Nintendo didn't sue.
Yeah. Almost definitely true.
Best Game Direction was won by Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Best Adaptation, not Clair Obscur wasn't in this one. Last of Us Season 2 won.
That's cool.
Best Narrative, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Best Art Direction, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Best Score and Music, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Best audio design. This was the one that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 was nominated for, but did not win. Battlefield 6 won. But apparently, so the note says, like, first outright loss for Expedition 33, but if you played Battlefield, you probably get it. Apparently, they have really good audio design. And it's not like audio music, it's audio like, apparently you can like hear when you kill somebody, like their soul escape from their body or something weird. I don't know. That's what I was told when I was like...
Baldur, or Battlefield, I thought you were all realistic. What is this craziness, man? I don't know. I'm curious.
Best performance was Jennifer English as Male in Clair Obscur. Innovation and accessibility was Doom: The Dark Ages.
Okay.
I mean, beat Assassin's Creed, Atomfall, EA Sports, South of Midnight. I don't know.
Okay.
Game for Impact. I don't know. I don't recognize any of these, but South of Midnight won.
I've heard the name South of Midnight. I cannot begin to tell you what that is.
Best ongoing game. So this is like probably an MMO or a game that has been around for a while and is still going. No Man's Sky was the winner. It won, interestingly, over Marvel Rivals, Helldivers 2, Fortnite, and Final Fantasy XIV. Best community support. We've talked about the mods a lot and how sad I am that there's not bunnies running around.
There should be.
It was Baldur's Gate 3.
When they make Baldur's Gate 4, if it's just not all bunnies all the time, why do they do this? Why do they try? Doesn't make sense.
Best independent game, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Best debut indie game, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Best mobile game. Oh, this is interesting too. Best mobile game.
Umamusume, Pretty Derby.
There you go.
That is... I've not played that game. It's a great anime. They're horse girls. They're like girls, but they have horse ears and tails, and when they run, it makes clop, clop, clop noises. It's cute.
Interesting. I mean, it won over Sonic Rumble and Persona 5, which is interesting. Best VR AR game, The Midnight Walk. Oh, also noted over Best Mobile Game, it won over Wuthering Waves, which will also be part of my news coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Best Action Game was Hades 2. Best Action Adventure Game was Hollow Knight, Silk Song. Best RPG was Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best Fighting Game was Fatal Fury, City of Wolves.
Oh, interesting. I've been curious about that one. I didn't know if it was good or not. I guess it's good.
This one is wild.
Excuse me.
Best Family Game, and I don't know if you guys own this, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
We do not.
It's weird because I thought that was a single-player game.
I guess, I mean, it's okay for the whole family. I don't know. I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. I haven't looked into it very hard.
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah, I don't know. I know that you break a lot of stuff. That's literally all I know.
This is also one that we mentioned on the channel. Best Sim/Strategy Game, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Ivalice Chronicles.
Nice.
I need to continue that more. Best Sport/Racing Game, Mario Kart World. Best Multiplayer, Arc Raiders. Most Anticipated Game, Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, there's Content Creator of the Year, Moist Critical. I don't watch us.
Excuse me?
We weren't even nominated.
Ridiculous. Yeah. We're too new.
Best Esports Game, Counter-Strike 2. Best Esports Athlete, Chovy. I don't know.
Oh, Chovy.
Do you know Chovy?
No.
Oh.
I don't know any idea.
Best Esports Team was a Counter-Strike 2 team, Team Vitality. And then here's where it gets controversial.
Uh-oh.
Player's Voice. So nominated in there were Expedition 33, Dispatch, Genshin Impact, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, and then Wuthering Waves. So there's a big controversy over this because obviously Wuthering Waves didn't win its other category that it was in. But apparently, from what I heard, was this is a big Chinese development game.
It's kind of like Genshin Impact, I think.
Okay.
It's like a live service kind of.
I've never heard of it. I know it's a gacha game.
I have it downloaded.
You have it downloaded?
I have not played it.
Oh. Apparently it's a big gacha game. But what they did was they said, if you vote and you can prove that you voted, we will give you free items in the game.
I see.
So they did like incentive voting.
That seems a little messed up. But I mean, Claire Obscure, when you think about it, they're like, hey, if you give us money, we will give you emotional turmoil. So every company does some version of this when you think about it. It's just not always involved with an award.
Right. But I mean, Claire Obscure won ridiculous amounts. They also, during their announcement, and I don't know how long, well, it's obviously going to be there, but they did a free update. So it's not a DLC, essentially, because it's an update. And it's for additional world clothing and other content that is free.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like free. It's good.
And apparently it's mid-game stuff, so you don't have to beat the game and go like New Game Plus or anything just to get there. So
I like that too. And it's like, this happens after the game. I'm like, I'm not going to get there. It's not going to happen. There was a thing. This is playing off of this whole thing you just went into, that I saw that first upset me. I was ready for an almost X-Men level rant. Not quite, but almost. Because scrolling through Facebook, I came across Games Radar Plus, which reported that the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 developers said that they were robbed of Game of the Year by Claire Obscure, which sounds very sore losery. But before I went on my rant, I decided to double check this. They did say that, but no, they did. But it was very tongue in cheek. The developers were seen like hanging out and like celebrating with each other after the awards. The same developers also posted on social media, blame the French and all this stuff. They were just messing around. So if you saw that same thing I did and did not look into it further, don't be mad at the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 people. They were just having a fun time. And I'm sure the Claire Obscure people had a laugh over it. It's good, but I was ready. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was ranting in my head about how poor sports they were and how I would not buy Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Kingdom Come Deliverance is like Skyrim without magic, in a way.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very historical based.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be very good. But yeah, there's no actual bad blood, it does not seem, between them.
Yeah.
So that's good.
A lot of Ubisoft memes out there.
Yeah. I didn't realize all those people who worked on Claire Obscure were former Ubisoft employees.
Yes, some of them at least, yeah.
You know, Ubisoft would have messed it up somehow. If they'd done that for them, Ubisoft would have messed it up somehow. So it's probably for the best. It's okay.
I think the last thing I have is a new Warhammer Quest.
I saw that.
Coming out. And what's neat about it is it looks like they're getting a little more modern. It's going to be like a choose-your-own-adventure type thing.
Oh.
It's supposed to have, I think, 45 push-fit miniatures.
Uh-huh.
I think there's like 4 good guys and like 3 big bad guys, and the rest of them are kind of like little monsters.
Yeah.
I think there might be more good guys, but there's 4 main good guys. And then what's cool is it's like a book. So if you've ever played Stuffed Fables or
what's that one game that we played?
Something I want to call it War of the Lions, God of Lions, not Gloomhaven, something of the Lions.
Oh yeah,
it has the
Jaws
book.
of Lion.
Jaws of Lion. Too many lions.
There's a lot of lions going on.
But they have the book, and the book is your map,
right?
Which is cool.
I didn't realize that. I just saw that. It was shockingly. Someone said it was shockingly expensive, so I didn't look any further. I'm like, I don't think I can buy that. It sounds. I'm sure it's great, but
yeah, I watched a Canadian person, Guerrilla Gaming.
Yeah,
he's usually pretty good at reviewing those Warhammer Quest games. I think I want to say he said it was like 320 Canadian, so probably 275.
It's a lot.
USD.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It might be very good and very, I don't know. I stopped looking into it when I just saw someone saying it was very expensive. I'm like, well, if they're saying that about a Games Workshop thing, like,
Yeah.
that's like saying, I don't know, this Lamborghini is a little overcost. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
So, but I hope it's awesome. Maybe someone will leave them by the side of the road and I can just take it. Can help. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
I'm sad it's expensive.
Otherwise, other news, kids are going to go see Santa today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. I got nothing else.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all the news.
All right.
So we can get to Crystalis. Okay, so the game this week is Crystalis. This was a fan pick. And what's funny is we were talking about doing just a fan pick episode for our episode closest to Christmas, and then we randomly pulled fan pick for it anyway.
We forgot what the dates were that
Yeah.
were coming out.
Yes.
And we just happened to pick it anyways.
Super weird. So this one was suggested by Joe. He suggested a few games for us across a variety of systems. And this is the one we got. So this came out in 1990 and was developed by SNK of Neo Geo fame. They're the folks who made the Neo Geo. So this was originally released in Japan as, bear with me here, Godslayer Haruka Tenku no Sonata. I hope I'm even close to right on that. So this game has a really elaborate narrative, has a post-apocalyptic setting. There's something like, I don't know if it's like a nuclear explosion or what, but
Post-apocalypse.
things got decimated. The story kind of evolves through gameplay and talking to NPCs more so than most other NES games of the time did. At least it was very uncommon, especially for action RPGs. Some folks have said that this game pushed beyond Nintendo's Zelda in terms of its narrative and world building, even though it wasn't quite as popular as Zelda was. It has some Easter eggs in it, if you're a big SNK fan. I mean, who isn't? Two of the sages, Kensu and Asina, are homages to characters from SNK's other arcade game, or one of their other arcade games, Psycho Soldier. So the characters are Kensu Sai, or Cie, and Athena, who later became characters in the King of Fighters series. I definitely remember Athena. There also is a NES game called Athena, which is not super great, but you can play it if you like. Okay, so when they localized this game from Japan to here, the box art became not very indicative of what the game was. It looks very like fantasy stuff to me. Like you wouldn't know that there's...
But those are monsters in the game.
Yeah, okay there, but like, I just thought it was some kind of fantasy game when I saw the box.
To be fair, it's a fantasy game.
Yeah.
At least as far as I've gotten. I mean, the intro is, 100 years after 1997? October 1st or something, 1997?
Yeah.
So 100 years later. So our kids will probably, witness this.
Yeah, they'll be around for Crystalis times.
Yeah. And, but it is very armor shop, item shop.
Yeah.
In...
You're using swords, not laser guns.
Right.
Definitely more fantasy than sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, there might be some more technology further down. I'm sure there probably is something, but you have elemental weapons that can affect the world beyond just fighting monsters. Some monsters you need certain elements to defeat. There are areas you can't get through till you can use your certain elemental weapon on them. There's a magic system you can use, get both offensive and utility kind of spells. So there's a telepathy spell that basically works as an in-game hint guide, which is sort of interesting.
Oh.
This game also kind of the weird thing that if you don't know it can be a little off-putting is there is serious level gating. If you're not at the right level to fight certain monsters, or especially certain bosses,
it doesn't tell you either.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you. If you're not the right, if let's say a boss wants you to be level 10, okay, and you're level 9, you're gonna do 1 point of damage every time you hit them. I guess that's not impossible, but I don't know how many points these things actually have. It's enough to make that ridiculous. As soon as you hit level 10, you do reasonable damage to them. So it is seriously a sudden jump, which is also I think fairly untypical of most any game I played. Usually you can go in and just be weak against something, but you're not completely like
Right.
almost useless. There's also a Game Boy Color version that was released in 2000. It wasn't exactly a straight port, though. The story and the music were altered quite a bit, and the whole presentation made it look a little more appealing to kids. I mean, the first one's not kid friendly, but they made it even look more so. I think I may have had that. I just don't remember the gameplay very well, but regardless, so it got that. I think it's been re-released in compilations since then. I don't have the information on that, but I think it came out on something else. I feel like I saw that somewhere. As far as reviews, it was really hard to find quotes. And when you get back to like NES days, just not as common. Nintendo Power gave Crystalis, God, see, I'm going to say it both ways, a 4 out of 5, and did full walkthroughs on the games and had like maps. So they were really supporting and like pumping up this game in their magazine, even though it wasn't a Nintendo brand game. So that's cool. Electronic Gaming Monthly, they have a whole panel, so they had like 4 different people giving reviews. So average was about 7.5 out of 10. They liked the gameplay and the graphics, but they didn't think it broke completely new ground. Okay, so for some reason I didn't read the magazine here, but there's another magazine that gave it an 8 out of 10, saying it had enough quality elements to guarantee a great adventure, and they really praised what the game got right, even though it wasn't completely flawless all around. So overall, pretty well received. It has since become more of a cult classic. Like a lot of people that look past it in the day are now, or more as of more recently, realizing that this game has something to it. And so we're going to see if we agree with that assessment. It really does play a lot, or in many ways similar to the original Zelda. You know, it's got the same kind of perspective, top down. You got your sword. You do have a way you can like shoot something out of your sword, but you have to like charge up your attack and then like go.
Hold it down.
Yeah.
What's nice is though that if you have to stand still to charge it up, but once you start the charge, then you can start moving. And then you can still hold it and then get in position and then let go.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. The movement in this game is super fast. Like, you are jamming everywhere. You have full diagonals, which you didn't in Zelda, which is, I think it's good, but also you cannot attack diagonally. So you have to be a little careful. Like, if I'm just swinging my sword and I go diagonal, I still have to remember I have to line up vertically or horizontally to a bad guy. I'm not gonna hit him.
And I think also is like, if you were looking at like pixels or whatever, maybe you're like 2 pixels wide and your sword, like let's say you're a 4x4 square, right? But your sword is only like a 1x2. So it doesn't get your other side of the body. So if the monster is just slightly over, it can hit you and you can't hit it.
Yeah, that bothered me a lot.
Yeah, you really have to be lined up. It's not, in Zelda, if I remember right, like, even though you don't see it, it's almost like you're on a grid, right? So if you're like lined up with a bad guy, I think.
Zelda, I think you swoosh. Whereas this one, you stab.
In the first one, did you? Maybe I did.
I think so.
I don't remember. So. It's been a while. You're probably right. I haven't played the first one in a very long time, but this one is just straight stab.
Yeah.
So that takes getting used to. That probably is a lot of the damage I took was thinking I was lined up, because I'm like charging into these guys and suddenly I'm hitting right in front of them, but my body is smacking into them.
Yeah.
It's not great.
So NES controller, you have A, B, start, select, and then your D-pad, right?
Yeah.
What's interesting is I think A is cancel and B is select.
I think so. Which
is a little odd sometimes, because usually it's the opposite. But because you're so limited in things and it's buttons, and it's such a big like RPG-ish type game, you do have to go into menus. And I don't know, when you push start, it shows you like your controls.
Right.
So it tells you what you currently have equipped to A and what you currently have equipped to B. If you push select is also like a back out. Like if you're in item shops and stuff, it's like an auto back out. But if you hit select when you're on the main world, you go to like this big grid and it shows you weapons, it shows you armor, it shows you items, it shows you magic, and then I think some other stuff that. But then you have to go and you have to equip it. Don't drop it on accident. I don't know. At least it says like, are you sure?
Yeah.
But like when you first get your sword, it doesn't auto equip. You have to go equip it. And then if you want to use an item, you have to equip it and then use it.
Right.
So it's interesting. And then what I didn't find out until I just got here was that when you're in that select grid area, if you push start, then you can save the game.
Yeah.
It's important.
So
Maybe.
I got I guess I haven't tried to load a game. So
Yeah, so I saved. I basically like restarted this game like 3 times. The first time I like discovered save on accident, and so like when I was playing through it again, I like couldn't remember how I saved. And then like I was able to load it from a save before, and then I was having trouble remembering how to save it, and so I started doing save states, and then figured out how to save again, and then like I got to the point there's like a vampire, and I got to that boss and died, and so then I went to go start over again, and it started me the game all the way from the beginning.
Like your load didn't load.
Yeah, my load didn't load.
Oh,
and so
I don't know why that happened. I'm wondering if that's just some kind of, I don't know why it would happen. Some kind of weird emulator issue.
Yeah.
Because like I never had that problem.
well, and like you guys talked about like a turbo attack, and I didn't have that either.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was like, I don't know what. I was like, all right, well, I played enough that I get a feel of the game,
Right.
and so I started playing the
well,
Pokemon Far Red.
I did notice that when you went to the save and you hit save, like obviously it's also still weird that B is select, but you hit save and then it's like, are you sure you want to save? And it starts on no, so you have to like move over to yes to do it. And then there's no like you've saved the game. It kind of just blinks a little bit.
Yeah.
And then so I'll have to go. I just saved before we started this, and I'll have to go see what happens. But I don't know. This game, I feel, really needs a lot of time to explore everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's interesting because, especially in modern times, we've been given a lot of NPCs that are just there for show.
Right.
Whereas in this game, you actually need to talk to certain NPCs to unlock the next part.
Yeah.
So what happens is you go and you talk to people around town. You have to go see the
And you talk
elder,
to them by just running into them.
Yeah,
You don't press a button or anything, so.
which can be annoying as well.
You very much can.
If you can't avoid them, because they're also like randomly moving.
Yeah.
You have to see like an elder who gives you you see some guy who gives you $100. Then you see another guy who gives you a sword. And then the item shops are a little weird. You have to like walk in and they're like, are you sure you want to buy something? And you have to hit yes, and then you have to select, and then you have to hit yes. But you talk to a guy and he's like, you should wake up the dude at the windmill. So you're like, okay, cool. So you walk up and there's 2 entrances. One, you go next to the windmill and you're like, oh, there's the windmill. So you go down and then you go around up a bridge and you fight a few monsters, of course. And you go into this cave and you go and there's like a split. And you go up the split and nothing's there. You go to the windmill and
No one's there.
no one's there, and you can't do anything. You can't interact. It doesn't say it needs something.
Right.
So you're like, okay, that's weird. So you go down and you walk around the edge of like where you're allowed to be, and you find another cave, and you walk through that, and there's this guy standing alone in a cave. Who knows why? But he's like, you got to use some magical power or something. on the sleeping guy.
You need an alarm.
Is that what he says?
It's like alarm flute or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's like a little ocarina.
That's what you need, but I swear that's not what he says.
Someone in town tells you, like, the guy in the cave just tells you need to wake that person up. And
Right,
then,
but he mentioned something about some magical power.
yeah, like, that was something different, though, from that waking that guy up. I think he was like, start the windmill and then come see me and I'll give you some power.
Maybe that's what it is.
But then, like, when you're in town, I think it's the daughter or son of the guy that gives you the sword tells you, like, they tell you two different things. So you have to talk to them twice. And they will tell you
Jesus.
that the
That's why.
flute alarm will wake people up.
Okay.
So,
Which is wild because you get $100, right? And you go to the item shop and you see like medicinal herbs, and you go to the other like armor shop and you see like a tunic, which apparently probably lowers damage, but that's like $100. So like if you're not careful, you'll spend your money before you realize what an alarm flute is. But it's weird because you have to talk to that guy in the cave before the guy appears.
yeah.
And because I thought, I bought the flute and I went straight up there because I wanted to see like what exactly it took to get him there. But yeah, and it wasn't the person who said you need to wake him up, and it wasn't the flute. It was the other guy who said you need to wake him up, and then magically a guy appears.
Yeah. It's like, do you remember back when we did the Ghostbusters game and you talked about how you threw the ghost chef's cake in the fire before they told you needed to do that to like upset him?
Right.
You cannot go out of sequence in this game. Like that is not what's going to happen. You have to, whatever the sequence is that they need you to do to get to the next part, you have to experience that before it'll let you go on. You cannot skip steps.
Yeah. And so the first time I played the game, I obviously spent my money. I spent my money on a tunic.
I did too.
I spent my money on a tunic. And so by the time I realized, like, alarm flute, duh. I had already had to make, like, whatever money it was back. And I even used the inn, which was $16.
Right.
And so I think the alarm flute was like $50.
Yeah.
And when you kill like a blob, it's like $1.
Yeah.
And when you kill like a tiger bear, it's like maybe $2 or $3.
Yeah.
So you got to kill a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was already level like 3, I think, before I actually opened the windmill.
Yeah.
And so when I went in the cave, there was no problem. Eventually I quit or I died or something, and I could never figure out how to save. I thought maybe that there was like a
Save point or
something
Yeah.
that I just not gotten to. But so I was like, whatever. And one of the other times I played, I realized like, I know how to do the first part already. So I went and did it. And then I went to the cave, the second little cave, and I was hitting stuff, and they were just bouncing, and it was making like a ting, ting sound. And I was like, and I even like trapped them up in a corner and hit turbo, like ting, 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 ting. And no, they were not dying.
Yeah.
And I was like, I probably need to be a higher level.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, it's like you need either higher level or you need to have, because the first like elemental thing you get for your weapons, like the wind orb, some of them you'll need to get some other orb to start doing damage to them.
Right, but this was clearly level because there's no other place you could go.
Yeah, there's a point. Well, after that, when we start reading, there'll be like blue monsters. Like the first one I saw was like a mushroom creature, and those if you don't have the right elemental whatever, you just have to avoid them and get around. You can hit them to like knock them out of your way if you need to, but like you're not gonna damage them. There's a lot of like you have to at this point to deal with this other thing in this game, which I could see some people maybe disliking just because it's not very typical in games that I've been trying to think if there's any other game that I've thought of where it's like you literally cannot do this thing until even though they present it to you, like before you have like a very certain thing. I don't think it's very common, but
When you said double switch, you can't like it's not like preloaded code, right?
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah, you have to like see it. Yeah. Oh man, Crystalis is better than any FMV game. Just to get that out of the way. Yeah, it's interesting. I was never actually frustrated by it. I definitely could imagine some people would be by a lot though. I just kind of assume, okay, I need a thing or I need a level to deal with this situation, and I will just go do that because you
kind of brings it a little grindy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Did you guys think the grinding was excessive? Like I was okay with it. I didn't mind because usually I'd be saving up for an item like better armor or something anyway. So it's like, well, I'll just go fight things, so whatever. But do you guys think it was too much?
No, I didn't think so. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I haven't played a game like this in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not a big fan of Zelda at that time. Mm-hmm. The original Zelda. I do like this game, but I needed a strategy guide to get as far as I got. So, and the way that I like to use strategy guides is to try to figure it out myself. And then if it's taken too long, I'll look. But I didn't realize how influential doing sequence stuff was and how you need certain items before you go anywhere.
Right.
Because there's a snake and they can poison you. And it's not like Pokemon poison where you go down to 1 health and then you don't die. And it's not like, I don't know, other poisons where after a couple turns it'll go away. No, it'll kill you. It just kills you.
Yeah, it's rough. Like you need to invest in antidotes, like bad.
Yeah.
Like you have to.
But you don't find out until you get poisoned.
Yeah, and I don't know if I was doing the turbo thing or if I was just hitting the button so fast. Like it came up with because it'll show up on the screen, right? A text box will come say you've been poisoned. But I was hitting the button so much that I didn't even see what it says. And then I was like, what's hitting me? Like I kept getting hit and like there'd be like a monster on the screen. Like, is it shooting something at me that I'm not able to see or something? I was an idiot. I don't know what's going on. I was confused for a bit, but
But I swear the snake didn't even hit me, or dragon, or whatever it is.
I don't think that's what poison. It's the pink blobs that poison.
Oh.
Yeah, the pink blobs will definitely get you for sure. I don't know if I ever got hit by the snakes. Actually, come to think of it, they're kind of big. They're easier to hit than the blobs are because the blobs are little tiny dudes. There was a bad guy in one of the dungeons. I think he showed up in a couple spots, and for some reason, he made me think of Donkey Kong. And he throws stuff at you, and he kept throwing him down like straight down from him. So like I got around him. I'm like, cool, I'm safe. No. He can throw them diagonally even though he's not looking at you. He'll throw them at any angle.
Is he throwing his head?
Maybe. I
thought it was like a rock golem that was throwing.
Yeah.
You might be right. I don't know. I just knew something was coming at me, and it didn't make me very happy.
But I mean, I'm excited to continue playing this and see how where it goes.
I'm super impressed with how fluid both your movement and although sometimes it doesn't make me happy, the bad guy's movement is. There is, did you guys make it to the swamp area? You need to get the gas mask and then you go to the swamp. So there's these like red bugs crawling around and for the most part they're okay. They take a lot of hits. But then there's one, it looks the same but he has wings and he's just flying in this circle like around and he'll like keep coming around where you are and he's really fast and he's flying like so like smoothly. Like I'm like, this is, I mean, I know that sounds like very basic, but it is like so far ahead of what like the first, and granted the first Zelda came out a lot earlier, so it's okay. But like so far ahead of what that game did as far as what the enemies could do and what you could do. And there were some people, there's people who said like if there had been a Zelda 3 on NES, like this could have been it. And I think that's a pretty reasonable thing to say. It seems like a progression in that type of game. Even though, the storyline is, of course, very, very different. But
I'm curious. See, I'm really curious to push forward with the story to see if any, like, futuristic stuff comes into play. Because, like, the beginning was very futuristic. The intro.
Right. Yeah, but then after that, it all... Like, if you didn't see that, you'd be like, oh, it's a fantasy game.
Yeah.
Right. It's Zelda, or whatever, basically. I mean, the windmill's the most technologically advanced thing I've seen.
Let's be honest, it's a Fallout game. You come out of a cave.
That's true.
It's like, a dweller came out of a cave.
Yeah.
They're here to save us.
And that whole war never changes speech at the beginning? What's that?
But I think, when did this come out? 90?
90, yep.
I think Fallout 1 came out. Ugh.
I don't think it was that early.
Copy 2.
I'm gonna guess 94. Purely a guess, though.
97.
Ooh, I was way off.
Yeah. So clearly Fallout copied Crystalis.
It did, yeah. We'd not have Fallout if it wasn't for Crystalis. Or Crystalis, whatever. See, I said I was going to say Crystalis, and I think every time since then I've said Crystalis. I don't know, man. Whatever. It's good. I am not that far into it, judging by how many orbs I don't have. The swamp area is real hard, and so I need to get good at this game.
Did you run into other towns, or does your town upgrade?
Yeah, there's another town, and I found two other towns. There's one that's kind of a normal town, and there's another one that I think once you get the telepathy ability, you can go there. But when you go there before that, there's all these like weird little mousy looking people, and they'll be blocking the entrances to the stores for the most part. And if you go up to any of them, they'll say "Go in peace." Like they don't want you around. So I think you need to get the telepathy. I just got the telepathy. I haven't even used it yet, but I think you need
like
that
animal
stuff.
speaking.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm guessing so. So, but yeah, there's some more towns, and it's as you expect. You know, some new items. The cost of going to the inn goes up a little bit. And,
Bastards.
I know, but things
Which
also
I think
give
is
you
the
more
only
money.
way to regenerate your magic.
Oh, you might be right. At least I haven't come. I wonder if there's an item further in the game that gets you magic points. I haven't seen one yet, but maybe the little mouse people sell you one. Right now they just tell me to go away. So I don't know. Jerks.
Go with peace.
Go in peace. Yes. Do you guys have any other thoughts on this one? Do you think it holds up today?
It's a hard question.
Yeah, I was like, if you like kind of more retro game play style, I think that's a good game for you to try out. The thing that I was thinking about with this game, and with the timing of it coming out in 90, is I feel like this is a game that would have benefited by being held back a little bit and waiting for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because then you would have had some extra buttons, and I think the gameplay would have fit in with the Super Nintendo. But yeah, so it's like I think for a NES game it was super ambitious, and I do think it's a good game for an NES game. But like, so I think some of the stuff there probably could have been just some minor tweaks that I think would have made the game a little bit more enjoyable for me. I still enjoyed the game, but with how low gameplay I have, I'm not sure if it's a game that I'll continue to play. I did enjoy it, but like I had a real big issue with the lining up with the baguette. The little blobs were tough. The bats were really tough, and more of an issue later on in the game too. And just
wait till you get to that flying bug, dude. That thing is fast, and it's tough, man.
no.
I think when I go back and if I see if my save state's saved.
Yeah. Well, and that's the part that was weird because I've loaded
fine.
from a save. I loaded from a save before, but then when I went to load from a different save,
something went wrong. I don't know why, but something went wrong.
Yeah. So if my save is working, then I will definitely continue this game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I would say it holds up. If you were to, you could probably find a game similar on Steam that does similar things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That are like a little action adventure game. I mean, you got like Cat's Quest, that's pretty good. You got Nobody Saves the World, which is pretty good. A lot better graphics, a lot more intricacies and things like that. But as far as the NES game, I normally don't like action adventure games, especially the retro ones, but this one's pretty good. I don't think I've gotten far enough to consider replayability because it is so railroaded.
Yeah.
So far, I doubt there is. It does take 9 hours to beat, and then 10 and a half for completionist.
Interesting. The two games I mentioned that I played this week that were not this, I played last night. And I did that because I got to a really hard, probably that damn flying bug, trying to deal with that area in Crystalis. And I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm going to get way past this in the amount of time I have, so I'm going to play a couple other things just so I can have something else to talk about. But the reason why I didn't play much else isn't because I didn't feel like I had time this week. It's because I wanted to play Crystalis when I wanted to play a game. I like it, and it definitely has flaws. I don't necessarily love that level gating thing. I'm okay with it because I know that's what it is now. I don't love it, but I have played at least games that or action RPGs that are more modern than this, that are even thought well of, that I have enjoyed less. I'm not saying this is the best action RPG out there. It's not. You could play any number of like the ones that he mentioned. The Ease series is really good. I mean, there's a ton of them out there, but there's something about this game that really makes me want to keep playing it. I've not had a save issue. I hope I don't. I've been kind of alternating between doing regular saves and save states, so hopefully, even if I lose a save somewhere, it won't kick me too far back. I want to kill the flying bug. I just want to kill the flying bug. He's so hard. I've hit him a lot of times now.
Probably need to level up.
Maybe. He's not making like a weird noise, at least. He's not doing like the ding like some of them do.
Yeah. Well, like, there's definitely some, like, the tigers at the very beginning.
Yeah.
When you're at, like, level 1, you have to hit them, like,
a whole bunch of
times. Yeah. But even just jumping up to level 2, like, you only have to hit them twice. So.
Yeah. I'll definitely do something like that.
Not if you use turbo.
Yeah.
I didn't have to.
There must be some kind of weird ass setting I have in like the emulation, and he does too, where it defaulted the other 2 buttons that you wouldn't have on an NES to like turbo or whatever. I don't know, but I really wanted this game to have like a spin sort of attack or something. So if like you're surrounded, you could just do that and knock everyone back a little bit.
Yeah, I want that for the bats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the bats, because those are too fast and too small.
Yeah.
At least the bug is big.
I feel like the charging was. Well, because I had turbo, I never charged.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't need... So when you swing, you're like...
Yeah.
So, like, they could technically hit you if you don't time it right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, ideally, you would charge and then hit them from a distance, and then charge, because the wind blast kind of knocks them back a little bit.
Yeah.
But as far as turbo, you just line it up and you like walk right in them, and then they die.
Yeah. I didn't use the charge attack very often for bad guys, except for the Donkey Kong looking dude who flung his head or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I use it for him just because he had range and I needed to like hurt him before I tried to run up to him, because he was going to throw things at me a lot. But maybe when you get the later elements, maybe that's different. The thing that bothers me is this game is put up by SNK, okay? Who I understand after this decided, hey, let's make our own video game system, and they made their Neo Geo. And I understand why Crystalis doesn't make sense for the Neo Geo, because those are all arcade games for the most part. And this is not an arcade game. Get it. But SNK is still around today. They made that Fatal Fury City of the Wolves game that got the best fighting game. Why
interesting.
Is there not a Crystalis 2, 3, 4, 5 Breath of the Wild? What? Why did this series die? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's good. It's really good. I think you could make a modern one and have something really great. And it's a company that puts out usually pretty quality stuff. I don't know if they've made any action RPG stuff in a while, but man, like, I don't know why.
There's probably a licensing thing.
Maybe.
Because, like, back then, like, even though they developed it because it was a NES game, like, Nintendo probably has all the rights for it.
Maybe so. I don't know. It's like, man, this...
There's a fan sequel.
Oh, really?
It's a 3D remake. A creator developing a 3D remake of the NES.
Oh, interesting. If they announced at next year's Game Awards, hey, we're revisiting this series, I would be over the moon. I think this deserves it. I think if you like retro games at all and you like action RPGs, I think you should at least try it. Like I said, there might be some things that'll frustrate you. If you go in knowing them, I think it helps. But something about this game kept drawing me back in. I kept thinking, oh, I could play, this big game or this big game. I'm like, I just want to play Crystalis some more. So it's got something.
So it says that the Crystalis 2 was announced for the Neo Geo system back in the day, but it never went to even prototype. Someone said that there's a game called Evil Quest that is clearly modeled after Crystalis.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's some like spiritual successors out there. I still want an actual sequel. SNK, I know you're listening. Crystalis, you guys, do it. I would say it does hold up personally for me. If you know about all its weird little quirks and you're cool with it, I think there's a really good game in this game. I think it's fantastic. So, if you guys have nothing else to say, let's talk about getting this game.
Crystalis or Evil Quest is only $1.99 right now on Steam.
Oh, well, how about that? I may actually look into this. But if you want actual Crystalis, the original, on your NES, if you just want the cartridge alone, $23. Buy it. In my opinion. You guys may disagree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I would buy it for
$23?
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Yeah. If you want complete, $73. If you want it shrink wrapped, $590. Don't buy it shrink wrapped. Buy this game to play it. Play it. It's good. If you want the Game Boy version, which again is somewhat different, but if you want a different take on it, the cartridge for that is $48. If you want it complete, it's $115. But if you want it shrink wrapped, it's only $162. So much less for the shrink wrap version. So there you go.
Apparently, for $1.99 right now, I go get Evil Quest. All the reviews that I'm getting for it. So it has a 90% all-time very positive review out of 510 reviews.
That's really good.
Of the first 3 that I've scrolled through just now, they all are like, if you like Crystalis, you will like this game. It is like an homage to it. So
I literally might go check this out. For a couple bucks, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll look at that. But yeah, dude, if you find this cartridge somewhere for $23 and you got an NES kicking around, get it. It's good. It's worth trying at least.
Oh, something back in news that I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Ghost of Yotai.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've been seeing a lot of things on my Facebook feed. It's like, it was nominated for 7 awards, and it's like the official PlayStation page, but they got skunked. They didn't get any awards.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I mean, like, that sucks, but given how much competition there was, it's kind of like, you still don't suck. Actually, that game makes me really happy because there are so many, because it's the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, and a bunch of, like, basement dwellers were like, how come you gotta play a girl in this one? Everyone boycott it, and it sold like a motherfucker. So I'm glad it got nominated. I'm glad it sold well. Little basement dwellers mad that you have to play a girl.
But I feel like it didn't do well because it was a PlayStation exclusive, right?
That probably didn't help.
No.
Yeah.
Whereas Silk Song, you could buy it on a lot of cross-platform.
Just about everything.
And
yeah.
Same with Clair Obscur.
Yep. Yeah, that the more you can spread out your game, the more people that get to play it, the more chances you have of... But, because of that, though, in a way, it makes it even more impressive that it was nominated, because there's a lot of great games came out. Like, there's a lot of competition out there. So, I mean, it's a bummer that didn't get anything, but, good on them for making an awesome game, apparently. So I haven't played it. So, yeah, that's not an official review. But, good on them still. It's too bad they didn't win anything, but... Hey, it's man, you're because like Clair Obscur and all these other heavy hitters and Silk Song. It's like, man, it was a fight. It's a fight in there. Like, it's
no wonder Grand Theft Auto 6 chickened out to next year.
Yeah, cowards.
I feel like any award, when you have a lot of different things like games or movies or whatever that are in a lot of different categories, if a game wins one category, they're a lot more likely to win in a lot of the other categories that they're in.
Yeah. I mean, especially if they get like the overall, you know what I mean? Because that means they did a lot of things super right. So
yeah.
But yeah, it is too bad. I mean, it's too bad for them. Hopefully they are still happy with the performance of their game.
And I will say, if you go back and watch the Tetris episode when we were introducing ourselves, I believe I did mention Clair Obscur Game of the Year.
You probably did.
Yeah.
I
think you did.
I would have to go back. It would shock me if you didn't, actually.
Premonitions.
Yeah. He's our prophet over here. You want to know, when is Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out? Give us a date.
I think it's next fall.
Next fall. Okay, that's close enough. All right. So at this point,
for now,
we usually find out what game we're going to be playing next week based on the ones that we had brought. But next week, we're doing a special episode.
Yep.
Go ahead. We're doing our end of year or brand new year kind of recap sort of thing.
Yeah. Kind of a review of the year in video games and kind of what we're looking forward to moving next. We could be talking about, we do have 6 main categories ranging from our favorite or worst game that we played this year of all time or of on the show. What we're looking for as far as video games next year. We might even touch on what we might be looking for personal lives and as well as for the channel, I imagine.
Yep.
It should come out, the next one, so the one that we're talking about will come out on New Year's Eve, so it really makes it kind of like a
year in review.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. But one thing we can do this time is figure out what type of game games we're going to be bringing for that episode, so we can find out what we'll be playing that following week.
Yeah. The first game of the year.
Yep.
First game of the year.
Yep, it could be something. We'll find out. Let's see what categories.
Maybe it'll make our most anticipated.
You never know. So for the category of what system, or at least that's what most of the options are, we'll see.
GameCube.
Oh, we get GameCube. It seems about to hold up a black GameCube. That'll be our first game. We have not played GameCube for anything, have we? Even ones where we can pick something.
Is that a dual stick?
Yes.
It has sticks.
Yeah, it has sticks. The right stick was weird, but it was a dual stick, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to figure out what kind of genre we're going to be playing on the GameCube. I'm actually pretty excited about this.
I think I've only played the GameCube very little at a friend's house.
It'll be interesting to see how the games emulate, because that controller was especially...
It was a little odd, but it's not...
It's
like,
not
it still
like,
had 4
it's not like
buttons,
6
but they were in a
buttons.
weird configuration.
It's not one joystick odd, and it's not 6 buttons odd, so...
Yeah. We'll work it out. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. Type of game? 7.
Racing.
Mario Kart.
F-Zero. Hilary?
I took the easy one.
Yeah, you did. Anyway, I bet those 2 will be in choices, but there are also other racing games on that system. There's actually quite a few racing games on that system.
Oh, yeah.
Of a lot of different types. Yeah, it's an unusual one.
But I mean, it's 2 joysticks, 4 buttons, so I mean, it's not...
It'll be all right. So we got a lot to pick from. I'm actually very excited to be doing GameCube. I think it's kind of an underrated system.
Mm-hmm.
Not sad and underrated, but it's underrated.
Would it come out after? It was after the 64?
Yeah.
Yes.
But before the Wii?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was competing with like PlayStation 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and I don't think it sold as well as either, but it still had a lot of...
Yeah, it just had it like 25th anniversary, I believe.
Oh, did it really?
Like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, Jesus, I'm
like in November.
Because I think after the 64, I kind of dropped off of Nintendo consoles because I moved more towards the Nintendo handheld.
Yeah, understandable.
Because that's where Pokemon was on the handhelds.
All right, well, we're gonna be starting next year off. It looks like with GameCube Racing, so I'm excited about that, and we'll be figuring out which exact game we'll be doing at the end of next episode, where we talk about the whole year and things we're excited about and things we were excited about and things we might be excited about and things we hated. All that good stuff. So, you guys have anything else to add?
Nope.
All right. I guess that's it. I hope you all are having awesome holiday season, and I won't say Happy New Year till next time because that's more appropriate.
Yeah.
But, all right. Have a good one. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'm forgetting all the annoying stuff that everyone hates. If you could please subscribe to us, follow us, give us good reviews, leave comments, go to our Facebook group or our Discord and join up there. We'd love to see you. That is the place where you can tell us your fan picks. So maybe next time we get fan picks as an option, yours will come up. That would be fantastic. Tell your friends about us, please, please, please. The comments thing, that's big on just about every platform. So if you could just say even nice episode or whatever, it doesn't matter. Something positive. Don't say sandwiches. That's not helpful. But really,
I mean, we did talk about sandwiches.
We did. If you enjoy, did we? I don't know. I had one last night. If you enjoyed this at all, please, that would be a huge help. If you can take like the 10 seconds or whatever to it. I will not kiss you. How about
What
that?
kind of sandwich was it?
It was like an Italian sub. And I put mayonnaise and mustard and jalapenos and olives, and Logan loved it. I was shocked. So next time I do that, I'm going to have to make sure I share with him more. I didn't think he's going to like it at all. I didn't even think to like... Anyway, we're getting into sandwich talk. That's a whole different... That's going to be our next podcast.
Yeah.
Sandwich car.
So anyway, for now, folks, have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Maybe Joe should pick games instead of David. He has a much better record of picking good ones.